is a prepared field. If you want to plant your cowpea on your prepared field, like I explained earlier, this cowpea exhibit different growing habits. We have the red types, we have the spreading types, that is the crawling types, and we have the semi-erect types. Special spacings are recommended for these different growing types. The red types, 20 centimeter interval is recommended for the growing type. You get a planting stick like this to make sure your spacing is accurate. Planting stick measured into 20 centimeter are used in your planting. This will be demonstrated later. The crawling type depend, especially most of the local varieties, you need wider spacing, at least 1 meter of spacing for this local type that spreads very extensively. The semi-red types can be planted at 25 to 30 centimeter interval.
Just about a ruler?
No, about half a ruler.
Okay. I think a ruler is about 30 cm.
30 cm. Okay. 20 centimeter for a red type, 25 to 30 for semi-red, and about 1 meter for the local type that spreads extensively.
Okay. Well, we can now demonstrate. I know.
Okay.
You just continue planting.
For mechanized farming, you usually line the beginning of the field with a rope to make sure the cowpea are properly aligned. So you start by the rope and you start planting. The first planting should be by the rope. You use the peg to make another hole, put 4 seeds. Use the stick to make another hole. 4 seeds are put in each hole during planting.
4 seeds?
4 seeds.
Do you do thinning?
We do thinning.
In cowpea?
Yes, so as to ensure that all the hills are covered. That is, all the holes are covered, so that there won't be gaps.
Okay.
On the field. By putting 4 seeds, you are sure at least 2 or 3 will come out from the hole. At the end of the day, you thin them to 2-2.
Okay. Okay. With this very small spacing, 20 centimeters, I suspect cultural operations will be, a bit difficult to carry out, because you said it's 20 cm both inter and intra spacing. No, how do you carry out?
Inter spacing is 75 centimeters.
Okay,
okay. The land has been marked into 75 centimeter rule.
Okay.
So
it's
the inter
20 by 75.
20 by 75.
Okay. Okay. I'm afraid. I thought it's going to be 20 by 20.
No,
like
within,
a rice.
Within rows is 20 centimeter.
Okay.
Between rows, 75 centimeters.
Okay, okay. That's good.
The thinning is usually done when you are sure the cowpea plants have established. That is, they are maybe 3 to 4 weeks old, that they are not likely to die back. Then you thin out the weaker plants
out of the four
to leave vigorous, two vigorous plants on the hill. Typical intercrop field of cowpea intercrop with maize, like I explained the other time. You can plant 4 lines of cowpea intercrop with 2 lines of maize, followed by another 4 lines of cowpea. But at the border, you can increase the number of maize lines.
Okay.
But in the real plot, you make it at regular, regular planning. 4 rows of cowpea lines, 2 rows of maize.
If it's another crop, if it's vegetable you want to plant, I think you can do it this way too.
Yes, it can be done this way too.
Okay, this is just for maize.
Yes, for maize. This can also be done for cassava, like we discussed earlier, that you can intercrop cassava with maize.
Okay.
I mean with cowpea, but with timing. But if you want to lay out the field this way, the cassava line can be reduced maybe to 1 instead of 2 lines of cowpea.
Okay, because of the canopy. Okay.
Then, except if you want also to enlarge the space for cassava, and then extend the space for cowpea too.
Dear farmers, another very important cultural operation that must be carried out in field of cowpea is weeding. Efforts should be made to keep fields weed-free. The first weeding should be done at about 3 to 4 weeks after planting, and the second weeding 3 weeks after. After that, cowpea plants cover the ground and only minor weeding may be necessary. You can also use any of these chemicals: Galex, Dua, Lasso, or Stomp. The rate of application of these chemicals is 4 to 5 liters per hectare of cowpea field. Mr. Goke Adigbite will now educate us on how to control insect pests in our cowpea fields.
Actually, there are different kinds of chemicals that you can use to control insect pests on cowpea field. There are some that are specific for specific insects, and there are some that are general purpose. Chemicals like Sharper Plus is a general purpose insecticide. Also, Karat is a general purpose insecticide that will take care of all insect pests that will attack cowpea. Other chemicals may have little effect on some of the insect pests. For example, Novacron, low dose of Novacron.
Okay, this is Novacron.
This is Novacron. This chemical will have little effect on insects like pot-sucking bugs. And there's another chemical called disease. That disease, also low dose of it may not affect Maruca. These are specific insecticides. But these two that I'm holding are the general purpose insecticides that will attack all kinds of insect pests on cowpea field. This is Sharper Plus and this is Karat. These two can be recommended, they can be recommended to the farmers to use on their field.
What is the rate?
You can spray 50 ml of this. You mix 50 ml of this in 20 liters of water.
Okay.
While this, you can mix 80 ml of this
Sharper Plus
in 20 liters of water.
So in essence, you need about 1 liter to 1 hectare.
1 hectare, yes.
Okay, per spraying.
Yes, per spraying.
So if you plant 1 hectare of cowpea, you need 4 liters of Sharper Plus for the 4 sprayings.
For
the whole
all the sprays, yes.
Okay. You see, we thank you very much for educating our farmers. Let us demonstrate this one small so that they will see how to do it, because they need some materials.
To spray cowpea field, you need some special equipment to do the spraying. First, you will need a spraying machine.
Okay, like this. Just take it.
Like this, CP3.
20 liter.
20 liter. There are other types that can take 15 liters of water. I think there are some that have capacity of 10 liters. There are other materials, protective material, wares, which you have to have.